To kick off the new year on a high note, you can get dividends from some amazing companies like Walmart, FedEx, and about 30 others. It's a long list. But in order to collect these paychecks and be eligible for the dividend, you need to buy these stocks before their ex-dividend dates, some of which are coming up this month in December, and some are coming in January, so you have some time. But we're going to lay all of that out in this video to make sure you don't miss out on any cash flow. But first, in case you're new to the channel, my name is Ryan Williams, and here we strictly talk about dividend stocks and how you can invest in them to create passive income and reach financial freedom. So if you love dividend stocks and if you're on a mission to retire early, then hit that subscribe button. I'd love to stay in touch as we both continue to grow our portfolios and collect that cash flow. Now moving on, just in this current week, there are a handful of stocks going ex-dividend, starting with the first two here, Kimberly-Clark and Walmart, who both have their ex-dividend dates tomorrow on the 8th, which means that to be eligible to receive the dividend, you need to buy both of those stocks today, one day before the ex-dividend date. But anyway, starting with Kimberly-Clark here, who is less than 1 year away from becoming a dividend king, for every share of this bad boy you own, you're getting $1.16, and that will be paid out to you just after the turn of the year on January 4th. Now moving on, for every share of Walmart you own, you'll be getting 56 cents, which will be paid out to you one day before your Kimberly-Clark payment on January 3rd. Now moving on, to close out the week, this Friday the 9th, we have FedEx going ex-dividend, and for every share you own, you're getting $1.15, which will also be paid out to you on January 3rd. And also on the 9th, we have Occidental Petroleum, and for every share of this guy you own, you'll be getting 13 cents, which will be paid out to you in the middle of January on the 17th. And now we've made our way through those first four stocks, but believe me guys, we are just getting started. Here you can see that next week, the 12th through the 16th, is twice as stacked, and there are 9 more stocks going ex-dividend, starting with Best Buy on the 12th. Now for every share of Best Buy you own, which is both a high yield and high growth dividend stock with a pretty decent dividend growth history, you'll be getting 88 cents per share, and that will be paid out to you on January 3rd. And then on the next day, the 13th, we have HPQ going ex-dividend, and for every share of this bad boy you own, which is also a high growth dividend stock, you'll be getting 26 cents per share, which will be paid out to you on January 4th. And then on the same day, we have Lam Research, who is another very high growth dividend stock. Look at that growth rate, guys. For every share of this guy you own, you'll be getting $1.73, which will also be paid out to you on January 4th. And moving on to December 14th, we have 3 more stocks going ex-dividend, starting here with Leggett & Platt. And for every share of this company you own, you're getting 44 cents, which will be paid out to you on January 13th. And then we have Merck, who will be paying you 73 cents per share on January 9th. And last but not least, we have Altria Group, a very high yield dividend king with 52 years of consecutive growth. But what's interesting about this stock is they have not yet updated the dividend date. So it still says September and October for the ex-dividend and payout dates. But if they stay true to this payment schedule, they'll be going ex-dividend on December 14th. And for every share, you'll be getting 94 cents, which will be paid out to you on January 11th. Now moving on to stock number 11, we have Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, who's going ex-dividend on the 15th. And for every share of this stock you own, you'll be getting 46 cents, and that will be paid out to you on January 12th. Also on the 15th, we have Air Lease Corporation, ticker symbol AL, another very high growth dividend stock, near 20% for that growth rate. And for every share of this company you own, you're getting 20 cents, which will be paid out to you on January 10th. And then lastly, on the 15th, we have Albemarle, which is a dividend aristocrat with 27 years of dividend growth. And for every share of this company you own, you're getting 44 cents, and they have a payout date on January 3rd, which is another very popular day for dividend payments, it looks like. Now, real quick, guys, in case you're wondering where all of this info on these stocks is coming from, I'm getting it from seekingalpha.com, which I've been using religiously for stock research these last couple of years. You'll see it in pretty much all of my videos, and I can't say enough good things about it. You can use the platform for free, which is perfect if you're just looking up stock prices and dividend stats, kind of like what we're doing here. But if you're someone who likes to get deep in the weeds when researching stocks, then you'd get a lot of use out of the premium version, which gives you access to some really helpful features like the ability to track buy, hold, and sell ratings on any stock. You can also automatically sync your portfolio for easy analysis. You can set price alerts so you'll be notified when your stocks are in buying range. You can listen to the earnings calls for any company, which is one of my favorite features, and follow along with the transcripts and see all the other SEC filings here in one place. And you can also get access to 10 years of financial data for any stock you want to look at, along with unlimited access to Seeking Alpha's endless library of articles, stock analyses, and news updates, which honestly, that alone is worth paying for. If you want to try it out, you can get a free 7-day trial by clicking my affiliate link in the pinned comment. Totally worth it considering how much time you'll be spending on the platform going through stocks, if you're like me at least. But anyway, jumping back over to the calendar, the week leading into Christmas is completely dead, so we'll skip ahead to the following week where we have a handful of stocks to talk about, many of which have not yet updated their dividend date, so we're going to be guesstimating with a few of these, starting with Philip Morris on the 27th. Now, like I said, they haven't updated the dividend dates yet, so they should be going ex-dividend on December 27th and paying out on January 1st, and for every share of Philip Morris you own, you'll be getting $1.27. Now, this next one, Illinois Tool Works, does have the dividend dates updated, so they'll be going ex-dividend on the 29th, and for every share of this high-growth dividend aristocrat that you own, you'll be getting $1.31, which will be paid out to you on January 12th. Now, moving on to the 16th stock of the day, this is Franklin Resources, who has 25 straight years of dividend growth, making making them a dividend aristocrat. Now, they also have not updated their dividend stats, so they should be going ex-dividend on December 29th, and they won't be paying out on January 14th because that's going to be a Saturday, so they should either be paying out the day before on the 13th or that following Monday on the 16th, and for every share of Franklin Resources you own, you're getting 29 cents. Now, moving on, guys, I've personally been adding quite a bit to this stock in my own portfolio. Kilroy Realty Corporation, KRC, a high-yielding real estate investment trust with 6 years of dividend growth, and they have not updated their dividend dates yet, but they should be going ex-dividend on December 29th and paying out on January 12th, and for every share of this bad boy you own, you're getting 54 cents per share. And at this point in time, I think I have like 36 shares of KRC, so I should be getting a nice dividend payment from these guys. And now moving on to another real estate investment trust, WP Carey. They have the same ex-dividend date as Kilroy Realty Corporation, but they will be paying out either on the 13th or the 16th of January if they're sticking to the same schedule. And for every share of WP Carey you own, you'll be getting $1.06. And I'll tell you what, guys, all the real estate investment trusts must be going ex-dividend on the same day because this next one, Innovative Industrial Properties, has the same ex date, and they also will have probably the same payment date either on January 13th or the 16th. And for every share of IIPR you own, you're getting $1.80. And this is a nice high-yielding dividend stock. Love to see that. All right, guys, we might as well add another real estate investment trust to the list. This other one, Store Capital, is also going ex-dividend on December 29th. But these guys will be paying out a few days later than the last few stocks on January 17th. And for every share of Store you own, you're getting 41 cents. All right, guys, now to close out the year, this last stock going ex-dividend in 2022 is Federal Realty Investment Trust, FRT, a dividend king. Love to see that, but they're going ex-dividend on December 30th, and for every share of FRT you own, you're getting $1.08, which will be paid out to you in the middle of January on the 17th. Now, moving into 2023, there are still a few more stocks we need to talk about that are both going ex-dividend in January and paying their dividend in January, starting with Comcast here, who has its ex date on the 3rd. Now, for every share of Comcast you own, you'll be getting paid 27 cents per share, which will be paid out to you towards the end of January on the 25th. And then the next day, on January 4th, we'll have SSD, Simpson Manufacturing Company, going ex-dividend, and for every share of this company you own, you're getting 26 cents, which will be paid out to you on the 26th of January. Also on the 4th, we'll have Campbell Soup, CPB, going ex-dividend, and for every share of this consumer staples company you own, you're getting 37 cents, which will be paid out to you at the very end of January on the 30th. Now, this next one is Cisco, and they have not yet updated their dividend dates, but they should be going ex-dividend on January 4th and paying out later that month on January 26th. And for every share of Cisco you own, you'd be getting 38 cents. Now, interestingly enough, this next company is also called Cisco, and they're going ex-dividend on January 5th. And for every share of this Cisco you own, SYY, you'll be getting 49 cents, which will be paid out to you on January 27th, which is my mom's birthday. However, she is not a Cisco shareholder, so she will unfortunately not be getting a birthday present from this company this year. And then with that, guys, there are only 4 stocks left to close out the January payments, with Intuit going ex-dividend on the 9th. Now, Intuit really doesn't have too much to speak of in terms of dividend yield, 0.76%, but they have a really nice high 5-year growth rate, just under 15%. And then next up, guys, the second to last stock we're talking about is EOG Resources, who has a near 35% 5-year growth rate. That is out of this world, but they're going ex-dividend on the 13th, and for every share of EOG you own, you're getting 83 cents, which will be paid out to you at the very end of January on the 31st. And then last but most definitely not least, we have Watsco, ticker symbol WSO, who has not updated their dividend dates yet. So they should be going ex-dividend either on the 13th or the 16th of January. And for every share of WSO you own, you'd be getting $2.20, which is pretty nice, and that will be paid out to you at the very end of January on the 31st. Good way to close out the month. And with that, guys, now that you know about all of the upcoming stocks to buy before their ex-dividend dates, you're going to want to learn about these next 3 stocks right over here that I think are some of the best, cheapest dividend stocks to buy right now in the month of December. So click right over here to check them out, and I'll see you in the next one.